Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, I'm gonna start off with a Divine Feminine check-in today for all of you curious Divine Masculines. Let's see where the Divine Feminine collective is. And let's start with an archetype card. Thank you, Divine Creator, for showing us what is the growth curve of the feminine. Where are the Divine Feminines at on the journey? What can we see about where the Divine Feminines are at on the journey? Oh, we got one. What is it? The Thread. This is a powerful card. Having to learn Roman numerals on the fly. Okay, so life is a tangle. So much happens simultaneously and circuitously, leaving us grappling for meaning and direction in a network of distractions. When we connect to the energy of the thread, however, we strike the deepest vein in the body. Our whole being responds to its tug. Meaning is pumped through our bloodstream. Our mind and spirits are lifted. We remember who we are and what we came into this world to do. Though this happens on the most profound level, it could be the simplest incident that activates the thread. A song, an image, a conversation heard in passing. No matter how confusing and multi-layered our modern lives become, if we are connected to the thread, we are free. Being tethered to it is the only anchor our heart requires. Yeah, this is the eternal. So the feminines, you know, they are aligning with the eternal and coming up and out of the 3D. Tether into that. Hold on to that thread, feminines. Hold on. I'm hearing you saying, I'm holding on by a thread to this journey. Have fun with it. Pretend it's a bungee thread. Jump around. Have fun. Oh, I'm bouncing. See? I'm on my bouncy ball as a chair, remember? So have fun with life. Have fun with the journey. I want to say again, feminines, that is how to anchor out of the seriousness of the journey and come into that eternal aspect that reminds you to be like a child, to not take it so seriously, to not get attached to the suffering. Come up and out of that. Okay, let's see where the feminines are at regarding the masculine. How are the feminines thinking about their divine masculine? What are they feeling on the heart space at this time for their masculine? What are the feminines wishing for the connection at this time? What actions are the feminines taking towards the connection directly or inadvertently? What is the biggest challenge facing the feminines in these current moments? What is the spirit-guided solution to that challenge? And where is the energy going in the near future? I'm actually going to pull from the After Tarot. I'm going to see if we can get a little bit of instruction for the next steps, feminines, out of this deck. So we'll see what advice can come through about how you can apply what we see here. We'll just get an insider look for the masculines who are cross-watching. Oh, my candle isn't lit. One sec. I also want to say, if you haven't commented on my community post about reaching 5,000 viewers, go ahead and do that, because at the end of the day today, I'm going to do an automatic generator to see who wins the 60-minute session. So go ahead and comment over there. Don't comment on videos, comment on that post, because that's the one I'm going to do the draw from. Okay, so here we go. What are the feminines thinking about the connection? Oh, 8 of Fire, telepathic communication, and let me hold you. So feminines are cuddling in 5D, Feminines are reaching out to the masculines energetically for comfort, to give comfort, to just be in that beautiful, look at that card, in that beautiful enchanted forest of lusciousness, of cuddles, space cuddles, I call those in 5D. So masculines, don't doubt for a second that your energy garners this kind of comfort and deep, deep home. Feminines are just longing to be in that closeness with you, whether energetically or physically. They want to be in your hug, like a panda. Oh. Okay, what is the next step? Spirit guidance for you feminines in this energy. Okay, communication came out, but this is a gnarly card. This is not necessarily positive feedback when we get communication here. So feminines, you might be still reeling from something that maybe you attempted to reach out and did not get this warm fuzzies in response. Maybe you got something more harsh, cold. I'm hearing leave me alone, friend zone, backstepping, that kind of an energy. So feminines, your spirit guidance right now is to really come into the safety again, bring it back to this baseline in the 5D. If this isn't possible in the physical, get your own energy back here. Yeah, there's some healing needed for you feminines. So there's really a desire to have closeness, and for some it might be after a little bit of a push-pull event has occurred. I'm going to actually pull another clarifier for that, feminines, because that seems like either it has been something that's happened, or you're wondering about communication and fearing it could be a little bit dicey. What else can we get here for the feminines? We're getting, unconditional love. So feminines, if you have reached out and gotten this volatile energy, let's just say you are meant to have a love bigger than that. Have compassion that your masculine is going through something catalytic and they don't have the capacity to reciprocate right now. Give the benefit of the doubt, unconditional love. Drop into safety, drop into your heart, drop into 5D cuddles or otherwise, and just manage your own energy so that you bring it back into this beautiful unconditional love. Okay, what are the feminines feeling on the heart space? The sun. Oh, and I am terrified. I'm hearing, I have never felt a love like this. So masculines, even though the feminines reach out, oh wow, I really want you to feel what I'm feeling, masculines who are cross-watching this. Regardless of how enlightened, how conscious, how brave, how deliberate, how extroverted your feminine seems at times, how audacious, how gutsy, how empowered, how sure. Every single time your feminine reaches out, they have this terrified, aka terrific feeling. You know, in my twin connection, it's shaking, heart palpitations. And when I'm spirit guided to reach out, there is this awesome wonder, this awesome energy that absolutely impresses upon me as a divine feminine. And I'm sure divine feminines watching can relate. There is, it's not even an adrenaline rush, it's an energetic surge. And it brings forward this output of enlightenment. The sun is bringing the things to light fully. So transparency, assurance, love, alignment with eternal love. That is terrifying because, you know, in this world, masculines, feminines have been met with being dismissed time and time again in your connection, in other connections, and they are still brave no matter what because they are divinely guided. That is a terrifying thing. And it is also awesome. I'm feeling that this is the self-love, though, that comes in after some cycles of the runner-chaser dynamic that says, you know what? I love myself for my bravery, my transparency, and wearing my heart on my sleeve, and I wouldn't hide my light for anything. Because the feminines are anchored into this thread, none of these actions hold ultimate power over the enlightened truth on the heart space. Wow. Okay. So yeah, masculines, your feminines are not naive. They are not insincere. They are brave. That is the true divine feminine perseverance and warriorship in the name of love. And think of Joan of Arc. This is like incredibly treacherous, especially when met with not being seen, not being heard, not being validated, not being recognized. It is all the more brave on the heart space that feminines desire to be as authentic and pure as possible. What spirit advice can we get for you beautiful feminines who are claiming the love despite anything that the masculines might say or do in the 3D? You are anchoring that love. Yes, for sure. This is the card in the major arcana, the judgment energy that comes in right before the sun. Oh, sorry, that's wrong. Right before the completion of cycles. This is the enlightenment. This is also hearing the call, seeing the light. This is a card of second chances. So feminines, on a side note, your bravery is getting you into a position, energetic position for a second chance, and your perseverance is showing your masculine, I'm hearing your stubborn masculine the light. You know, you are holding that space. You're holding your inner divine masculine that provides integrity and stability within you to hold your own, to anchor into the deeper aspects of the journey. And this is bringing the light to the dynamic. It's standing the test of time. Okay, what are the feminines wishing at this time for the connection? Messenger of air. So this is the Page of Swords, which messengers bring messages. So the feminines are wishing for communication, but they're also wishing for, actually I'm hearing they're wishing to know if you're checking up on them, if you're watching them in some way, divine masculines. They're on the fence. They are just kind of curious in these times whether you're keeping tabs. They think maybe you are, but this also is the feminines withdrawing some of that and not keeping such close tabs, not as frequently. Feminines watch masculines' profiles, ask friends, and energetically tune in. But I do feel like the feminines are withdrawing that a little bit at this time because they're more comfortable. They're trusting the connection, even though it may not be advancing the way that they have thought it would take off in the past. Feminines are settling into not being so vigilant with wondering. So yay, feminines, I feel a real motion towards focusing on self. Let's see what the spirit guidance is here. Yeah, not giving when there's not reciprocation. Feminines, you're really getting it. Like casual communication, casual stalking of social media profiles, but this is withdrawing the energy and focusing back on you, feminines, because it's not being reciprocated. That's really healthy. Good job. Okay, so actions the feminines are taking. Page of Earth. And I have so much desire for you. So this is kindness. Feminines are really taking the approach that if the masculines aren't communicating, aren't reaching out, they're just going to give the benefit of the doubt, trust the love, own the love. Feminines are owning the love they have for you, masculines, but they're wanting to be kind to self and others. So they're not being triggered as much. There's giving the benefit of the doubt as a way of life. Feminines, you're really grounding that. That seems like a very subtle energy, but it's so powerful. You know, to have that much desire and simplify, this is incredible mastery, feminines, and just it's kind of an easygoing way, especially because of how much attraction and desire the feminines have for you masculines. This is very masterful to just keep it simple. Kudos, feminines. And what is the spirit guided next step for you in that light? Page of Wands, Page of Cups. More pages. I think, do we have them all here? Page of, yeah, we have every single page here for the wish and actions, but this is in the reverse. So feminines are withholding love messages, feminines are withholding spiritual messages, and they're focusing on their own strategy. So feminines, you're really seeing that if you're looking for that kind of a thing with your masculine, that you're needing it in yourself, in your own right. How beautiful to get all the pages. I'm hearing that means this is going to the next level because we're mastering these entry-level initiation stage energetics. Wow, beautiful, feminines. So keep paying attention to how you are, I'm hearing, impulsively drawn to communicate or not. Because we have all the pages here, it feels like a new bar has been set regarding interactions energetically in the 3D, whether that's messaging or conversations. There seems to be a level of awareness reached here about what's appropriate and what is beneficial and what is mature and healthy. Easier said than done, but it's across the board here. Okay, what is the biggest challenge for the feminines at this time? Four of Earth. Let me have you. Clinging. So as we're getting to this new level of assuredness, this new level of ownership of our own feelings for the divine masculines, what I feel like it's doing here, feminines, is really putting the ball back in our court, in the divine feminine's court, to look at where there is a trespass onto the masculine's free will, because these are divine relationship templates. There's no codependency, no possession, no trespass allowed. It's a blameless, beautiful, heightened, spiritually aware, enlightened connection. And that means no clinging. So feminines, the challenge is really seeing where you're hanging on too tight, where you're not grasping to that eternal thread, where you're clinging to the person, where you're wanting your way, where you're desiring certain outcomes that you feel are not available to you. Wherever you're not simplifying and just allowing it to be where it needs to be right now, that's the challenge. Breathing into it, releasing control. This is a very masterful level of releasing control for the feminine collective, because this is in the heart of hearts. This is on a deep, deep level. This is not the obvious action-taking things of past cycles. This is really a heart-centered motion, especially in this card. Look at how generous and beautiful that is. She's offering a true gift of freedom. Wow, yes. So it's offering, the challenge here, feminines, is to remember to offer freedom to yourself and your masculine within the dynamic that you are truly each sovereign beings. Let go of guarding your heart, feminines, and therefore let go of any desire to hedge your masculine into your control for your own illusion of safety within the connection. It's a really deep motion there. Well done, feminines. Okay, what is the spirit guided message here. Yeah, come into your autonomy. Step out of separation thinking that would have these last secret clinging energies. Step out of the illusion of separation. Come into your wholeness and know that that is the perfect spiritual investment into manifesting the abundant, free-flowing, incredibly filled with potential future timelines that you have always desired with your masculine. This internal unlocking, this freedom, the trust is the key to access these future timelines that keep growing and don't constrict. You know, a lot of 3D relationship templates become very constricting over time, but this one is the one connection that will keep expanding eternally. Okay, what is the spirit guided solution? Oh, 5 of Fire. I left because you told me to. 5 of Fire is a karmic card, and I left because you told me to. So the spirit guided solution here, feminines, with this clinging energy, is to really take accountability for your energetic pull with the masculine. This is a very sincere look at wherever you think, feminines, your masculine has left because of them rejecting you. This is like holding up the mirror and saying, what energetically, what vibration were you in, feminine, when your masculine pushed back in some way recently? Were you not loving yourself? Did you not believe in your worthiness? Were you acting in a way that was not completely honoring of your truth? Was there some kind of weirdness that you allowed yourself to express? Meaning, did you say something you didn't quite mean? Were you not sincere enough with where you were coming from? Were you sarcastic? Did you joke? Was there some sort of resistance in there that did not just fully accept the love being available? Anytime we do that, there is still a layer in the dynamic that cannot allow for true union to come in. So this is very much your invitation to transform even those subtle layers. Again, this is a journey of mastery, and the closer you get to union, the more those are repellent energies where you just are being brought into really taking a close look at those things that you think are your masculine, feminine, but they're really your own fear, your own resistance, your own insecurity. When you work those things out and take accountability for them, feminines, they begin to not be there in your masculine as well. It's magical like that. So what is the next step guidance for the feminines? Yeah, ego in the reverse. So humility. Feminines really just standing down. Get out of ego. If your masculine is not showing up for you in full capacity, it's because there are still layers of that intimacy that you are not allowing. I'm going to say it again. This is why it's a journey of mastery. This concept right here is very, very evolved. And don't underestimate the energetics of it. It is this simple, but this is not easy. It's not something you can access with the mind, with effort. It is something that can only be done through dropping into the heart and healing. Wow, feminines. Okay, where's the connection going in the near future? 9 of Fire. And I'm obsessed with your body. Wow, passion. So I'm just hearing pushing through to the real thing, pushing through to the other side. This is perseverance. So there are still some balancing acts here regarding letting this connection motivate you, feminines, through the last. Hey sweetie, that's too loud. You're distracting me, love, with your beautiful little song, but could you stay a little quieter just while I'm recording? Thank you, lovely. I'm sure you couldn't hear that, but it was, you know, as a mom, when a kiddo is doing something like that, we're so connected, and energetically, I just, you know, my heart is pulled out of my awareness of doing this. It's the one thing I can block out everything except my little sweet murmuring lovely. It's like I just want to be a part of that. Okay, anyways, this obsessed with your body. This is the last kind of push-pull. I mean, last in that it's a layer that's so primary in the core of cores. So this let me have you, and I'm obsessed with your body with perseverance. There is no fault or wrongdoing in this exploration, feminines. I want to say again, as a people on the planet, we have not been to this level of insight regarding templates, relationships. We have been in barbaric, survivalist relationships. And so to be at this gentle, pure, honest place is really profound. Do not criticize yourselves, feminines. If you are honestly at this, this is incredible energy, because it's where we can actually release codependency on such a deep level. So let me have you with that clinging, and I'm obsessed with your body, really brings the 3D into highlight, where these connections have been very passionately lust driven. Like, there's no denying that our masculines are the most attractive individual. They keep us interested in every way over time. It revolves through things. What I'm really feeling here is that I'm hearing the promise of sexual union, the promise of sexual connection, the promise of passion. It's almost like, actually, if I'm totally honest, this hot and heavy energy that is fueling the feminine to clean up karma, to get everything that is still needed to be done, complete, tied up, to really dive into this fully. But the flip of it is that, and the irony is that right now, feminines, a lot of us are not feeling this incredible magnetized pull. Yeah, so, you know, if there has been a cooling of the energy, there could also be a curiosity if the feminines are going to experience the heightened lusty energies again. 9 of Wands is a exhaustion card. It is really just the daily grind and having to do things we don't want to do. I'm hearing eye on the prize, in the name of love, pushing through. So there could be fluctuations of really feeling passionately drawn towards the masculine when there's that need to get things done. But there could also be a disconcerting kind of dropping off of this passion because of needing to get things done. So if you're experiencing some kind of a swing in that energy, you're just being shown, feminines, where to balance out further, because you do have things you have to complete. The 9 of Wands is really when you're putting the work in to actually finalize things that you have committed to, that you have brought into your life, and you're really putting in that focused effort, one foot in front of the other. So what is the advice we can see for feminines in this energy? Oh, couple. Okay, heartache and the 9 of Wands in the reverse. So if you're feeling this hot and cold energy in your soul, feminines, it is that pendulum swinging that helps you get to the middle way. And look, we have the 9 of Wands in the reverse. So those are mirror opposites, in the upright and in the reverse. So be honest with yourself, feminines, about the heartache, about anything that you're clinging to, because that's the source of the resistance and your emotional exhaustion. So if you're feeling depleted energetically, it's because you have some pain still left to heal. Again, it's not your fault that you have pain. It's not a bad thing that you have pain. It's a very beautiful gift to see that for what it is, and to know that that is the difference. You looking at it, being honest, not pretending you're further along, not pretending it doesn't hurt, but really looking at what is the thought that you are thinking that is causing the pain. Is it because you feel this love is impossible? And your higher self is saying it's not, but you're stubbornly saying, I don't deserve it, it will never happen, they're with another party, there's something going on in the 3D that proves that he's never going to choose me, they're never going to choose me. If you're in that kind of pain, it's draining you. Where was that card? When you come into your humility and autonomy, that is the seed that is planted for the proper future timelines, the freeing timelines, the autonomous ones, where this stuff is not a part of your dynamic. All of this is being negotiated and worked out, let's say energetically, before these connections ground in the physical. This is no easy undertaking. This is incredible faith-based, mountains moving energetics, because in the heart of hearts, these control issues that still keep us locked in attachment are what we are transmuting. That's the karmic mission that the twins are taking a look at and refusing to have there in this perfected love. There is no place for those things in this divine love. Okay, what can we get? Let's do this. So let's get a sacred geometry card for the masculines cross-watching. Third eye chakra. The indigo flower of life supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination and our psychic powers. I'm just hearing, give your feminines the benefit of the doubt, masculines. If you are not feeling, I'm going to say it, sexually attracted to your feminine, if you're getting a amber light, green light, yellow light that's saying, hold up, wait a bit, tune in, give the benefit of the doubt, use your discernment, really zero in on your feminine's energy and help transmute that. Masculines, the feminines don't have to be the only ones doing that energetic heavy lifting. You can dive into it. Be curious. Are you feeling a lack of sexual charge to your feminine, or a pull towards your feminine? Really look at why that might be. What are the energetics of it? Masculines, up the ante, and really look at those things. Don't be lazy. Put in the work. You can come into discernment and leadership with that, activating your own, activating your own accountability, your own mastery this way, masculines. And really look at the dynamics in these connections. Take accountability for it. You have manifested this connection just as much as your feminine has, masculine. And it's really time for you to put in some sincerity that way. And for the feminine's communication. We did get that one card of communication to begin with, but this one says, the frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. Exactly. So we got that card of the feminines realizing that they were withdrawing energy. And so, yeah, feminines, you're also allowed to pull back when you don't feel balanced. You're allowed to withdraw and not communicate, or not desire communication if you can feel like it's an imbalance in the connection. Take note from that and step back and work on it, just like the masculines so beautifully do when they take space. But feminines, this is again asking you to really take a look at those inner workings of where you can still surrender further and anchor into that eternal thread that is there on the deepest levels. We are really coming into profound depth, masculines and feminines. All right, I'm going to go record the masculine reading now. Bye.